Hello. Today I wanted to make a video regarding the character designs of Deadlock, but at the same time I'm just going to rank them. Recently we got a really cool update, massive update regarding the maps, and a lot of things have changed, right? And also we got Abrams' new model, and I'm thinking we are close to getting finished with Abrams' model. So I'm really excited at how cool the other designs are going to be, right? So I just wanted to talk about it before Deadlock gets officially released, which I don't think it is going to happen, but hopefully at least beta releases so that other people can actually experience it. This invite only pre-alpha stage is, I think, again, when compared to other games, this is one of the most polished games except character designs. Maybe map also needs some sort of polishing, but apart from that, it is very good game, right? So hopefully it goes into beta and open beta, and others can actually test it and give feedback, which hopefully can improve Deadlock. I have heard that Dota was in beta for 2 years. Hopefully that is not the case, because I'm really hopeful how Deadlock is going to be. Um, at least by the end of next year, I'm hoping Deadlock gets officially released. But either way, let's actually start talking about the characters and the character designs especially. So Abrams got recently he got an update, and honestly that was not something I was expecting at all. What I was thinking was they were going for a more drunken detective, who is very depressed. It is kind of similar to that, but his red eyes and his tail and that entire buff design that he got, it is so cool. I really, really think if other characters get this much amount of details, and just by looking at the character, if we know, oh shit, this guy is a bit like a drinking detective who is he has handcuffed to his book. So he's, again, just looking at the character, we are getting some sort of story, right? So hopefully that is the case. Bebop, unfortunately, I'm going to keep him in B tier. The main reason is because he feels a bit unfinished, which I think, I mean, it is a pre-alpha, right? But again, I don't think this is his full potential. There is so much cool designs that they can go with, but the current design, I like it, but again, not completely. I'm not completely over the board about his design. Calico is a very cool design. Especially her, reload animation is really cool. Apart from that, no other complaints. Hopefully, again, the details really are really important. The cat, Ava, again, the animations are a bit janky, right? Like when we are climbing the rope or when we are double jumping, the animations are a bit janky. So hopefully they can, the developers can actually fix that and make it a lot more smoother. Dynamo, again, very cool design. I love he has such a small bow tie and a massive belly. Uh, yeah, so really cool design, and also his specs are so small. It feels so uh, so innocent, right? So yeah, I really like the design. Fathom, again, very unfinished character. Hopefully we get a decent amount of the character, what do you say, design gets a lot more polished. Great talent, I might be the minority here, but I really, again, I don't hate Great Talent's design. It's just that he does not have something cool to look at, right? Like he just have this sci-fi bow, and he wears some tribal clothes, but again there is nothing to stand out. Like when we are looking at Bebop, he has this metal scrap design, right? Like it looks like this guy is a robot who was built in a junkyard. Dynamo, again, looking at him, we can see that he's kind of like a medic, but at the same time he looks like a scientist. And Calico looks like a drug dealer, not drug dealer, but like casino, that type of dealer, kind of like a cunning person, right? Like Abrams, like, again, just looking at the characters, we are getting some sort of story. Great Allen, it's like very bland for me. Again, if you think Great Allen is good, then I would love to know why. Maybe I'm missing some points, so definitely write it down in the comments below. So yeah, for me, Great Allen is not that exciting. Haze, I think Haze is Esther, even though she's really unfinished, especially the smoke effect is very janky. but I still think the end design is going to be really, really cool. I like how the department that she's in, her basically her story is that she um, affects the dreams of other people, and she again that entire storyline is really, really cool. And that hazy effect of her hair and that entire dark figure, it looks like something like a demon, right? So the design is really, really cool, and at the same time the story is also really awesome. Holiday, for some reason I like Holiday's design, even though it is very simple, right? Like, it is just a cowboy, what is a design, but I like it. So hopefully, again, the hair animation is stiff right now, so hopefully they can fix that. But most of the animations are perfect, or not perfect, but they are almost close to ready in my opinion. The jumping animation looks really cool. So yeah, not a lot to say about Holiday apart from it looks really good. Infernus, um, I mean, easiest here. The hand guns, that alone is such a cool concept. But at the same time, his running and walking animation and his back pedaling also, he looks such a cool Chad guy. But again, his story is that he's a bartender, so we can see how cool that is. Like, his out extrovertic behavior really shines, right? So yeah, I really, really like the design of Infernus. Again, same for Ivy as well. At first I thought she's such an ugly character, but the biggest advantage of Ivy is her voice acting. The voice actor nailed the character, honestly. Without the voice actor, I really don't think we are going to enjoy Ivy as much as we are enjoying, right? So really, really good voice acting, honestly. Great work from Valve choosing such a good voice actor, because it's so perfect. And after getting used to Ivy, she now feels so perfect, right? I think yes, her the statue ability definitely needs some work. She just immediately turns into a statue. It still feels so half baked. So again, definitely there needs to be some polishing, but the the core principle and the entire design, especially the voice acting, is really, really perfect. I really love Ivy. So yeah, I hope they just remaster Ivy instead of trying to, again, with what they did with Yamato. It is unfortunate that the voice actor in the previous version was so much better, right? Like, when we try to tag McGinnis, we get that stuttering effect. The voice actor stutters trying to call McGinnis again and again. That was such a funny thing, but they removed it, unfortunately. I hope they are not going to do something like that with Ivy, because I really like the current Ivy's design. Kelvin, unfortunately, I might get hate, but I, again, very bland design. Of course, that entire huge tusk, I don't know what that is. It looks cool, but there is nothing interesting to talk about Kelvin apart from his attire, which feels like he's from, very northern lands, not Netherlands, but Antarctica, right? Very tribalish type, but again, very bland in my opinion. Lady Geist, I'm going to keep it in C tier for now, because the current version is kind of bad. Let's go to here. Right, like, there is a concept design which I really, really love, and whenever I'm seeing esports events, this is the poster that most of the time they actually keep, and I really think this should be the end result. Again, the character design and everything, and also there is this. I mean, like, this is such a cool character design, right? So yeah, the current version, definitely it needs polishing, but if they actually fix it, and I mean, if they can make it into reality, I really think she can be an S tier. But for now, I'm going to keep it in C tier. Lash, easy S tier. A tier for now, because again, he needs some polishing as well. At first I thought he looked kind of asshole-ish, right? Like, he has this mustache, and all his dialogues are so funny, and he's so egoistic and narcissistic. But his character, eventually, after hearing it so many times, I really, really like Lash's design, and especially the voice actor also really fits him perfectly. It's just that he needs eyes. That's definitely true, but I hope the eyes are decent. Like, I have looked at Lash for so many times that if they put eyes in Lash, maybe it might be a bit jarring. Hopefully they are not going to be bad eyes. Maybe just that concept. Okay, I'm just stuck at eyes, but again, eyes are really important. Like just looking at him without his eyes, also he has so much personality, right? So hopefully that is not going to be taken away because of the new eyes that they are going to be putting in eventually, right? So yeah, and again the fight, especially the mini melee attack animations are really cool, but they are definitely janky. But I hope they get fixed really soon. Magician, I'm going to keep him here. There is so much jankiness. Again, I like the concept, but the animations are really not good. And again, I think the character definitely needs a lot of polishing. So as of right now, I don't want to even put him anywhere because I don't even know how the end result is going to be. McGuinness, unfortunately, she's going in C tier because again, very bland design. I'm going to keep her in B tier just for now. Again, I don't know what they can do to make McGuinness look cool. Um, Again, I like, again, just looking at McGuinness, we can get the idea that she's a mechanic. But again, I don't know. Maybe they definitely need to add some quality, not quality, but uh, some other things. I don't know what to say, but yeah, for me, I again very bland design. Again, I don't hate it. I think the end result will be good, but for now, I don't like it. Mirage, easiest here, especially the recent animation of jump dash is so cool, and also the sliding animation is also really cool. Honestly, it's sick. Uh, and at first, the first initial stages of Mirage looked like a teenage guy who looked like he was malnutritioned or something. But they did a lot of, like, he got a lot of charm right now. Um, and that storyline that he has a genie that wants to negotiate about warming. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the word, but again, that is a very funny story. So I really like the design and the character story as well. Really cool. Mo and Krill, 8 year. Again, I think the polishing aspect is a bit necessary for him as well. But at first, I thought when I saw Mo and Krill, he felt, they felt like such a different thing in the theme. Like for example, this entire theme is so cultish, right? So I never expected a mole, and I don't know who Krill is, but that again, I felt like they were the most disjointed heroes when compared to others. But eventually, because of the memes and how funny everyone are associating Mo and Krill with Muhammad and Kareem, I started to love Mo and Krill. It is a bit funny because again, the characters are not doing something, just it's just the environment around Mo and Krill is so funny that I've just accepted Mo and Krill as the heroes in Deadlock. So hopefully they get good amount of animations and polish, because I really think even the people might hate it at the beginning because again they feel so disjointed, but eventually I think everyone are going to love Mo and Krill. Paradox, I'm going to keep her above Abrams. I know it might be a bit controversial, but I love the animations, especially the sliding dash animations, not sliding dash, but the dash slide. I don't know what they are called, but she does this 360 degrees flip. It's just like every animation of Paradox feels so graceful, and I love the design. The even the voice acting is really good, and again her abilities are really cool, and again it fits so perfectly. And I really hope they are not going to butcher anything up for Paradox, because I really love the current version of Paradox. I think they should definitely improve the animations and polishing, but I don't think there is anything extra that they need to do to make Paradox even better. Again, if the developers can do something which will blow my mind, then hats off to them. Pocket, again, easiest here. I think he's one of the most polished heroes, even before uh, uh, like when the beta got opened a little bit, with invitation only. From then onwards, Pocket have been one of the most polished heroes. His slide animation, his jumping, and most of the animations are really cool. Definitely he needs some what do you say, extra animations, for polishing purpose. But again, no other complaints. And I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing him as he, but I know they are, I should pronounce them as they. But again, I'm not good at English, so I'm really bad. So I just get confused when I'm talking in that aspect. So I'm really sorry for if I offended anyone. Next is Raven. I'm going to keep him in B tier. The current version is good, but I think the Umbrella, again, the animations are one thing that just take me out, whenever I'm trying to do something. So yeah, 7, easy S tier. I'm going to keep him above Abrams, I know, but he is such a cool character. The design is so good, and the backstory is also really good. But again, he's such a funny character. His parry animation is so funny. So I love 7, and also the skins, the recent Christmas skins. This it was so cool. Like it was so funny, right? Like his entire head was it was a cookie, and again, such a cool animation and creative way of portraying such a electrical character. Like most of the time we just see that they have these huge turbines, or like we can basically say someone is an electric based character. But 7, he has such a design, like such a personality. Yeah, we can say that he's an electrical type character. But yeah, the design alone is so cool, so menacing, and at the same time so funny as well. And this Shiv is my favorite, character design. And at first, when I saw Shiv, I thought he was such a funny. Most of like I felt like he was a JoJo type character. Like he's the most anime character in the entire roster, but he's such a cool design, dude. Like especially the hair, just the idle animation where he just does the head shake. It looks like he's listening to some music or something. And the execution animation, the what do you say, the jump dash animation where he just rotates like 360 degrees, again so good animations. And even the zipline animation, where he just basically does this, like he's in the reverse position, right? Animations are on point, the voice acting is really good, and most of the character design is so good. And I also love that he just have this code that he always hangs with his hand, and he just shoots with just one bullet. Such a cool design. I love Shiv. Trapper, I'm just going to keep him here, again very unfinished, so I don't even know what the end result is going to be. um, Vindicta, easy 8 here. I love the design. It's just that I think the hair is so stiff, right? Like it feels like they are like, what do you say, gel? Not gel, like sticks basically. So hopefully they polish that. But apart from that, she's such a cool character design, and also the backstory is a bit tragic. But again, when we are saying she's a ghost, I hope there is that foggy animation similar to Haze to maybe make it look like she is some sort of a ghost. Viper, really cool design, but again, for now she does not have any type of personality. Again, when compared to Ivy, she is also a creature type hero, right? So again, the slide animation is kind of a bit jarring right now, but I hope they can smooth that a little bit. And how she, from two hands, how no, sorry, from two legs, how is she able to create a snake body? Again, that feels a bit unfinished, which I know it is a pre-alpha, but I'm wondering how they are going to smooth that, right? Like how is she going from two legs to a snake body? So hopefully they can what do you say, fix that thought. But yeah, good character design, again not bad, but again I think she needs a lot of polishing. Goop Man, easy A tier. I hope I can keep him in S tier, but unfortunately, it's just that I think devs are a bit confused on how to design, Goop guy. Um, so, and at first, he had this helmet, right? But now the entire thing is in just one color with just two eyes. I I like the current version, but I think the end, like the fan designs are also really cool. In Deadlock subreddit, there are so many good fan character designs of Goop guy. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering. So again, the current version is good, especially the voice acting alone is just taking the entire heavy lifting. But I hope the character design gets some love. Okay, Warden, I might be in the minority, but I really don't like Warden's design. For some reason, he just looks like a TF2 character, right? Like, so hopefully he gets some sort of personality. I don't know what I'm saying, but I just, like, looking at the Warden, it feels like he is again, similar to Moe and Krill, the first time when I saw Warden and Moe and Krill, they felt very disjointed. I felt like, Warden was from TF2. I don't know what they can do to fix it, but hopefully they can actually improve Warden's design. Wraith, easy, S tier. The concept of, her just putting her hands inside her pockets, but at the same time the robotic arms that are doing most of the heavy lifting is such a cool idea, and the animations are really cool. So yeah, I really don't have any complaints. The first time when I thought, why is she, keeping both her hands inside, and then I saw the hands, I was like, wow, what a cool design. And also that, the coat's shoulders raised a little bit, right? Like that gives such a personality to Wraith. So yeah, really really cool design. Again, Wrecker we can see, and also Yamato. I think they both definitely need a lot of polishing, but I'm really excited because, the um, the concept art that people are expecting for Yamato is in this Japanese, yukata, that she's going to wear and have this demonic face. That looks really really cool. Yeah, yeah, this one. This is so cool. Like both of the designs are really really cool, and also like this one. I think this one. No, no. I saw some other design. I think this is the one. Yeah, this was the one. Like this looks so cool, right? So I hope, again, I really hope they actually give Yamato some love, because I really really like the, what do you say, that backstory of her being like really really cool backstory. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to talk about the character designs. Some of my opinions might be a bit controversial, but yeah, so this is just my opinion. So write down who is your favorite character and why, and yeah, what are you expecting, in the future iterations of character designs of other heroes. So yeah, I hope you actually tell me what you're thinking in the comments below, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.